Alright, what's up, PokeNet? We're jumping on some live tonight. Trying to get going with some Alakazam tonight. So we're going to do some deck testing. We're trying to get ready for LA Regional coming up here in a bit. So, yo, Travis, what's going on, man? How we doing tonight? Yeah, so deck testing out for some Alakazam tonight. We'll see how things go. I'm hoping pretty good. I really like this deck. I think it's a ton of fun. I don't know if it's like the most complicated deck out there, but I do think it's a lot of fun to get testing in and see how we're doing with it. So we saw one of this deck at our league challenge yesterday and played okay, but a little slow. So I think they tied a couple matchups just because it took a while to get going, and it was a little tough to get quick knockouts right as you're playing against it. So realistically, it just took a little bit too long to get started, I think. But yeah, so tonight we're testing out Alakazam. We're going to be giving away some code cards for TCG Live tonight too. Trying to get this ETB whittled down a bit for you guys. And then we were super excited today. We hit 1,000 subs today on live, so we were super pumped for that. Had a lot of fun. Parker and I are super excited to get to 1,000 subs. So we certainly thank you guys, thank the community for supporting us and coming and watching. So yeah, so again, jump in. Let me know how things are going and how you're doing tonight. And then once we get a few more people on, we'll probably jump into some matches and stuff like that. We'll probably wait till we get a couple more, maybe. But yeah, we got Alakazam going tonight. I want to see like how it's going because people were teching for this deck pretty hard early, but I haven't seen it as much lately. So I wonder if we'll get as many people. Oh man, I wonder what's up with my chat. It's not cleared out. Let me go see if I need to fix the chat real quick so we can get it fixed. Let's go here. Yeah, it's interesting that the chat's showing up from my earlier stream today. Not sure what's going on with that. Let me see if I can get that fixed up here. Hmm. All right, let's see what's up with this chat. I'm not sure. Not sure why we're having some issues with it. See if we can get it. Like I said, let's see if we can get it fixed here. Yo, what's up, Palmer? Trying to get my chat fixed. I'm not sure what's going on. Ah, here we go. We got it going. It was still giving me my stream from earlier today, but at least we got it fixed up. Yeah, gonna run your deck here tonight. We're gonna run Alakazam for a bit, see if we can get it, get some good testing in, and see how it runs today. Yeah, I'm not sure what your deck list looked like yesterday. This is what we've got going with this one. Probably going to change it up a little bit as the night goes, just kind of see how things are going. I probably need more than just one Wondrous patch, but we're running mainly the telepathic psychic energy anyway, so I mean, it's possible the one's going to work just fine. So we'll kind of see how that works out with this tonight with stuff. Yeah, super excited to get some more testing in. We're just trying to get ready for some regionals. Right, had the challenge yesterday, and I went with one loss to the eventual Master Champ, and then Parker went. Parker actually won the whole tournament as a junior. Even he beat the Master Champ to get the final prizes, right? So that was pretty cool for him. As a junior, that's awesome. So yeah, let's jump in. Let's see if we can get some W's. You know, Alakazam's got to keep up with Raging Bolt, right? I'm sitting at 11-3 on Raging Bolt here. So I'm hopeful we can find some other decks that I play as well. Let me grab my. Sorry, I gotta grab my my sheet to keep track of what we got going on. Yeah, we think we want to go first for sure. Yeah, and then we're probably trying to give away some code cards tonight too. So if you guys need code cards, please jump in and grab those. We got a whole ETB we're trying to give out to the viewers. So if you need code cards, please eat them up, and then we'll try to get. Yeah, I mean, I chose not to run Lilies, not for any reason in particular other than I don't know if I need it. Because we should be able just to take all these knockouts, and I mean, I agree, you and I talked about it the other night, right? Fez sometimes is just a liability and they take it out anyways, but I mean, at least Fez is tougher to get to than Lily's Clefairy, so we'll see how that one ends up going tonight too. Bro, this is not the best hand to start with, right? I guess. No way to get out of the active. We're in trouble here. We gotta hope they can't KO this Abra to start with, or we may have to scoop right away, right? That's not going to be a good start. So yeah, I had fun last night at our first post-rotation challenge. It was really cool to see all the new decks post-rotation for sure. Trying to think if anyone had anything like super interesting. I mean, one of my buddies is running the Raging Bolt with the Noctowl lineup, and I ran Raging Bolt with the Mega Kangaskhan Meowth. I feel like I ended up playing a little bit better, a little more consistent, I feel like. So that was pretty fun, and then we did see somebody running that Mega Zygarde deck, which is really cool. I think it's a fun deck. Once it gets rolling, man, it's like bonkers, right? All right, so what do we got going on? This is that Tyranitar deck. I have no idea what this looks like, to tell you the truth. I have not played against the Tyranitar deck. All right, I'm glad we top decked that. We needed this for sure. And then this is definitely the most powerful of the. I mean, at least we're going to take a KO here. I think this is definitely the best of the new energies, the new whatever it is, the telepathic psychic energy. Let's see, do we Eerie here? Do we do Dawn to get better setup? I think we Dawn. I think that's the better play. So here, I guess. Yeah, but this deck is so much fun to play. I love the draw power, right? I mean, it's awesome when you're hitting into when you're when you got a hand of 30 or something, it's absolutely wild, right? I mean, at least on the next turn, we're going to be able to rare candy into an Alakazam. I guess as long as we don't get unfair stamped, that'd be a big old bummer. Man, I'm not really sure with this Tyranitar, man. I saw it at the pre-release, but I haven't seen it since, so I'm not sure what the deck looks like once we got through that and what it looks like as a 60-card deck. I know it's an interesting deck for sure. I mean, I think it's weak to grass, so we'll have to kind of see how that plays out for sure. Yeah, so thanks guys for jumping in. Trying to go live here pretty often here because we're trying to get some play in before we go to the LA Regional. Get a little bit better, not just with the decks I'm good with, but also see how people play other decks and get more consistent with what we're doing. I mean, sucks we can still get knocked out here by Soul Rock. That's not what I want. Dude, that's such a sick promo, man. That Tyrant, right? That is so cool. Get angry. It's pretty sick. Alright, so we're in an okay spot since they couldn't take that knockout. I would be just fine running into a boss, right? We need a boss for sure out of this. Alright, that does it, right? Let's get the Tyrant out of here. Let's rare candy into another Alakazam. Yeah, this will be interesting to see how fast we can go with this deck, man. Like, hell yeah, we want to draw 3 cards. Let's go. Alright, bro, so I don't know if we're going to do Enriching Energy this turn because we still have a pretty decent hand, so let's have the Alakazam ready to go next turn. Man, we only got 2 Dunsparce, man. This means we prized 2 of them. Alright, let's Enhanced Hammer that thing out of here. And what are we doing here? I can't even see my hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, we'll take the easy dub. Start the night off 1-0. That was super easy and quick, right? Wins, loss. Let me get my board set up here. So I always keep track of how I'm playing with these decks. I like to know what my win-loss record looks like. That way I can kind of get a spreadsheet going before we go to some of the bigger tournaments. Yeah, thank you guys for jumping in. We're getting some live in tonight, doing some deck testing with Alakazam. We're getting some code cards out there because we got a whole ETB we're trying to give away to you guys. So if you need the code cards, please jump on them. Hopefully they go to some good use. You know, I don't know if you can see, we got 200,000 points, right? So we don't really need them. And this is all the code cards we've collected. There's going to be some ETBs. There's probably like a couple of UPCs through here too. Whole bunch of stuff I haven't even been paying attention. On top of just, you know, packs and stuff for sure. So yeah, and jump in the chat. Let me know if there's certain decks you guys like playing right now post rotation. And also let me know if there's decks you don't like, right? Is there something you hate to see that you don't want to be playing or don't want to see while you're playing? I mean, right now I'm over the Honchkrow Porygon deck, man. Like, I hated playing it. I didn't like it. I don't want to see it. Get out of here, Honchkrow Porygon, man. I don't want that. Yeah, so hopefully we can get some good games in tonight. Hopefully I'm trying to get 10 to 12 games a night. But also certainly depends on how the stream's going, right? So if you guys are jumping in the chat, let me know how things are tonight and then how you feel post-rotation's going for you. So we're driving up to a League Cup Saturday, and then we got another challenge on Sunday. So hopefully we got a good idea on what post-rotation is going to look like for us. All right, this is going to be interesting with this Cynthia's deck. Again, I wish it was weak to Psychic, right, and not Grass. That would help us out. End turn. Let's pass. You know, the one thing I'd say I run into with the way this deck is built, though, is energies, right? It's hard to get energies attached. We're not running very many of them, right? We're running 7 total energy, and one of those is that enriching energy, so that doesn't even help us with Alakazam, so... yeah, dude, Mega Lucario certainly was by far my favorite deck. Looking into post-rotation, I really like the way it runs. It's pretty straightforward. I think it's pretty aggressive, which is what I always like with decks. That's why I like this Alakazam deck, is I love hitting hard and getting after it. You know, the Arboliva deck I haven't tested yet, so yeah, one of my good buddies ran that yesterday in our challenge, and I think he went 1-0 and 2, 1-1 and 1. I can't even remember. He tied Palmer, who was running this deck yesterday, and yeah, I know he ended up losing the matchup because he prized. Oh yeah, what's up, Travis? Glad you back, man. All right, let's see here. Here, let's go. And I don't know if I need the Abra, right? Because we can just use the energy to get Abra back on our bench. Let's go here. We gotta hope we run in. If we get a rare candy, okay, we're in great shape, I think here. Let's go rare candy, Alakazam, and then we'll go get the energy. I think we're sitting okay. We already got the hammer, so we're able to get rid of the energy too. Right, yeah, no kidding. That's what my kid's running right now is Pult Blaziken, and he won the tournament yesterday. Even as a junior, he beat the Masters champion. Had a hell of a run, played really good. Super proud of how he was playing yesterday. And it was only his 3rd, 4th, and 5th game playing that Pult Blaziken, so he played pretty damn good. All right, let's see here. I think we're in pretty good place here, right? I think. Now, do I have to get rid of the Rocky Fighting Energy? Prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to your... Yeah. So I think we have to get rid of that, but luckily we got the Enhanced Hammer to make that happen, right? So, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, kind of a bummer that I'm seeing so much of that's Rocky Fighting Energy. Not what I want to run into a whole bunch here. Yeah. He had a great night, a great day yesterday. His only loss was actually me, so he had to play me his final match. And unfortunately, just wasn't able to get set up fast enough. But yeah, we're trying to get him ready for the LA Regional. He's been playing really good lately. Super proud of him. Yeah, and then. Yeah, bro, we were so pumped. We did it live. We did do it live this afternoon. So we went live to hit our 1,000 subs. We still got like, we still got the wreckage, right? We were opening some Pokemon up. We hit a bunch of so we have some carnage from our openings as we hit 1,000 subs today. So thank you guys who were subscribed. Getting to 1,000 was big for us. We were so excited today, and he was pumped. So if you weren't able to be there live, you should be able to see that stream still, because it was really fun. We went through all our best cards and our best hits and how we got those cards. And then once we hit 1,000 subs, we started ripping some of not Evolving Skies, my bad. We started ripping some Prismatic Evolutions, and we even hit We even hit an SIR, so that was really sick. All right, let's see here. I think we're sitting in a hell of a good spot, right? Yeah, dude. Thank you, Palmer. I'm so glad you guys were on when we got to that. We were super pumped. Love having all the support from the community, whether it's local or not. Man, we just love Pokemon and the support we get from the community is awesome. So, man, I think we need another. I'd take another boss here. I think that would be the way to go. All right, yeah. We might get another person to scoop here in the first minute, right? That was pretty dang nice. Let's put down another to Dunsparce. I guess we're gonna Pokepad so we have this other Dunsparce ready to go. I think for sure. You know, I think if somebody's not teching against this Alakazam, they're probably going to be in a world of trouble, I feel like. All right, we'll take the KO. See where we're at. We're already 1-0 tonight. Hoping we can continue with that. Some good games and getting some KOs for sure. So Eternal, man, you said you're just started playing. Is that that pretty recently when you start getting into it? You start with some TCG Live, or were you playing in person to start with? How'd you get into the game, and what are you thinking so far? Yeah, so Parker and I started playing, just over 3 years ago. He got, for Halloween, he got one of the trick or trade packs, and I think after that he was hooked. So I think we bought I think in November we bought like 4 or 5 packs, and all right, and he was having a great time with it, and he wanted to start playing, so he was actually making up his own rules, right? He was just like, I got Charizard, I win. And I was like, hell no, man, we got to play for real, right? We got to figure this out. And I think, we still want to get another boss, right? We've just used one, so if we can get into another boss, I think that's the way we got to go, because that essentially just ends the game at that point. So let's see if we can run to this boss real quick. Yeah, so, man, that's not, none of them boss, bro. So, November time, we started looking at, what to play. I don't know if we use Eerie, right? Let's go Alakazam first here and see if we can get that boss. So the way we started learning is we got the TCG the TCG Live up, and then we also got the Battle Academy. And so Battle Academy was a great way for us to learn how to play and get through stuff as beginners. All right, let's Battle Hammer that away. I guess we'll Eerie just to see if there's anything in here. All right, get the Fighting Gong out of there and take the KO. Yeah, so Battle Academy was a lot of fun. I think we still actually sometimes like opening up Battle Academy. Anytime we teach like one of his buddies how to play, that's what we do. We run into battle. We open up Battle Academy and get playing with that. And then for Christmas, the first deck I built Parker was a Eternatus, because at the time that was his favorite Pokemon. So, so I built him an Eternatus deck. Oh man, they're gonna go into another Rocky Fighting Energy. Um, so, bro, I think this is kind of a bummer. I think we're out of enhanced hammers, so I'll have to see how this runs. I'm not sure what we got to do to get around this. So we built him the Eternatus deck, and the first tournament he went to, he won. He went undefeated. He went 5-0, and he just absolutely cooked. And that's when I figured out he was going to be pretty good at this Pokemon thing. So he's been playing really well for a while. He's been pretty dang good. So I'm unsure, right? I can't hit through Rocky Fighting Energy. So right, I guess, Palmer, this is why we got to be running. This is why we got to be running the Lily's Clefairy. Is it like our only attacker that can go through this? I mean, realistically, I'm unsure if we're going to be able to get through this. I mean, we can only get 2 more prizes. So I think this we're gonna get out of here so I can find I can get maybe a Lily's in the deck. Is there another attacker that works well? I looked into the other Alakazam, but it would still be blocked by Rocky Fighting Energy. Yeah. So I looked at the Twilight Masquerade Alakazam, but I didn't think it worked either, right? I guess let's go search real quick. And the Dunsparce EX is probably the way to go, actually, now that you say that. So if we look at this Alakazam, right? Well, I guess this one does work because it's damage, not damage counters, but I mean, hell, you're not really doing enough damage with that. So I think we got to go that, like you're saying, I think the Dunsparce EX maybe. Yeah. So I think we got to run at least. I think we got to run this to Dunsparce, and we don't need all 4 Alakazam. So let's take that out and let's see how that runs. Thanks, chat, man. I think that's good to know for sure what we want to do. Well, yeah. So you use that second attack, but it's still not. I mean, where are we at here? Again, I mean, you're only doing 50 damage per each energy, so I mean, which of those Pokemon are we knocking out? I mean, we're still gonna get KO'd. It'll be interesting to see. I think let's run it with a Dunsparce because I'm more comfortable with that for now. And then if we don't love the Dunsparce, let's run in the other Alakazam because I've run it both ways. I've actually ran that other Alakazam before too. All right, so 1-1 on the night. Let's see if we can get another W. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to think, right? What's the right way to go? Or, I mean, do we put in 4 enhanced hammers? I mean, that's what we're going to need, right? He's just going to keep adding an enhanced hammer, or he was just going to keep them going. So I guess we could work around it with another, say we go with 3 enhanced hammers for that matchup in particular. You know, I have seen the Lucario decks running more of the Rocky Fighting Energies now too, probably for the same match, you know, for the same thing. The Alakazam matchup is not great, so yeah, thank you guys for getting on. Please jump in the chat, let me know how you're doing. We're giving away some code cards tonight as we're deck testing Alakazam out, trying to get ready for LA Regionals. I mean, I don't disagree, and realistically, even if they have another one, you're probably going to be able to boss around the one with it. So I certainly don't mind. I think what you're saying, three is maybe the way to go, and having a single other attacker around it. All right, 2-1, just like that. We just show up and take the dubs. I'm fine with that. Yeah, so hopefully the code cards are working. Let me know in the chat. Are you able to get those? The other night we had a little bit of a problem with that, so I have some more code cards we'll be running that I don't think worked on stream the other night. So let me know in the chat if you're able to get the code cards, and then hopefully they're going to good use, because we just can't. We don't have any need, right? We're at 200,000 right now. We don't need to run them. Like I said, we got some ETBs in here. We got some UPCs. All kinds of cool things you'll be able to get out of some of those code cards for sure, outside of just regular packs. Yeah, lots of prize packs in here too. So yeah, so I had a great time at our first post rotation tournament yesterday. Our numbers were decent, I would say. Not fantastic, but they were okay. You know, saw most of all the normal decks, I would say, right? We had a Lucario, had one Mewtwo, a couple Raging Bolts, two Dragapults, so a Dragapult, Blaziken. Trying to think of what else we had. And Zoroark was there too. My boy Palmer, who's in the chat, he was running Alakazam, so and then I think bro, we got to top deck something good coming out of this. I'm trying to think if any of those decks really scared me with running Raging Bolt. Unfortunately, I just bricked against the guy that took the Masters title yesterday. I literally played one card. I used an Ultra Ball first turn and had a bunch of like energies and like a counter catcher, which none of them helped me. I couldn't do a single thing. So that's kind of a bummer when you brick like that, right? But bro. Yeah, good win, Mega Starmie. I ain't playing around with that. Hell nah. Dude, I really am not a fan of that Salvatore being around, bro. Seems wild to me that they can evolve on turn one like that. And yeah, not fun. I'm not a fan of that at all, right? I've had that happen multiple times. That's why I like playing the Raging Bolt, because it's not going to matter. They're not going to disrupt everything you're trying to do. I usually like playing super fast and aggressive, so that's why I don't love some of these evolution decks. I'd much rather just get out and hit hard, get going fast. So, Burt Mulligan. Yeah, so yeah, pretty fun getting into post rotation. I think I've been ready for post rotation for a while now. I'd say the last 3 months I've been looking forward to rotation. So glad we're finally here. Man, what a terrible start this is. Yeah, so running Alakazam tonight. I always like hearing in the chat what you guys want. Cheezo. Bro, if this is the same guy and he runs into whatever the heck his name is, turn one, I'm gonna be done. Yeah, welcome in, guys. Hit the chat up. Let me know how you're doing. We deck testing some Alakazam tonight. We're getting some code cards out, so hopefully you guys can put them to use. trying to get ready for LA Regionals coming up here pretty soon. So I want to deck test a lot of variety of things and see how well they run. So yeah, every night I'm taking a vote on what we want to run next. So hit me up in the chat if you have a deck you'd like to see. I'm still working on getting Yanmega built because that's been voted on before, but I don't have that in here. I got to get that figured out. Dawn it is, bro. It's like the only option we got, right? Burp, burp, burp. Is that what we doing? Guess so. And pass. Yeah, so I'd love to hear what you guys want to see tested. Also, what decks you guys are kind of running. I have a great time testing for anything, to tell you the truth. It doesn't. I like playing a variety of things. It also gives me a chance to play those against Parker to get him some extra run too. So. Right, yeah. Dude, this game about over, man. Excuse me. So this has been a deck I've wondered if I should test it, but I'm not gonna lie. Every time I try playing it, I get totally bricked, man. Like, I guess we gotta enhance hammer that away and hope they don't have an energy. No way, that's what happens. Don't have very many options. I guess if they get the energy, we'll get out of here and get to the next one too. This certainly hasn't been the way we want this matchup to go, right? Here. All right, hopefully we can run into like a buddy or something. Yeah, there we go. That's going to help us at least a little bit. At least survive to our next turn. And then I guess we need the Shaman, right? Shaman's what works if we had... I guess we could have Pokepad for Shaman, but we didn't even have the... We didn't have any other Pokemon in play yet, right? So, yeah, again, guys, jump in the chat. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you guys have some favorite decks you'd be running right now and what you want me to be testing. I said I'm up for pretty much anything, so. Dude, I hit that Mega Gengar out of a pre-release pack. So it was like day one we hit that. I was super excited because that's such a sick-ass card. Looks beautiful, right? And then, yeah, earlier today we did some pack openings, right? So just a sneak peek, we opened some Prismatic, hit an SAR out of there, so that was sweet. Jesus, bro, like, all right, fine, man, you win. You take the dub. I don't want it no more. What a terrible matchup, bro. Can we get something nice? We'd be running into everything trying to... I was telling you, nobody's trying to tech against this deck, and now we're playing everything that's teching for us, bro. So let's see here. I think we talked about it, right? I think it's good to maybe go to one more enhanced hammer. So we go with 3 enhanced hammers. We gotta decide where we wanna, what we're gonna thin out of here. I think we'll get rid of Eerie for now, even though, again, there's times we can use it. I think it's very specific, so. Let's go see what happens with this. I mean, right, Erie's just there so we can get rid of like an unfair stamp or something like that for the most part. So I don't know if we need Eerie because that's just such a specific matchup we need. Yeah, thanks everybody for jumping in. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know what you're up to tonight. Let me know if you got any favorite Pokemon decks you're playing right now. Oh, I guess we did see there was one of the juniors was running that Gengar that Gengar deck this weekend, and that was super interesting. I haven't even messed around with that. Um, Kind of a fun looking deck at times, right? All right, this would be an okay start. Are we going first? I don't remember. All right, that's good. We going first. Ah, bro. This is not the deck I like either, right? This might have been one of my least favorite decks before rotation. Same thing, like every time I test it, I just brick and I never get where I want to go. But I feel like everybody I play just freaking cooks. Right? We got one guy that comes to locals with it, and he does pretty well. Kind of. Let's go here and here. And we'll buddy for another to Dunsparce, I think, right? And then, yes, we only want one. And then pass. So we talked about this early on, right? Like, freaking can never get energy with this deck. I mean, that's one thing that always bothers me. Yeah. The new Ninja Spinner in Japanese. That's our Chaos Ryzen, right? So we got a deck built from that. We got the Mega Greninja. I'm so excited to deck test this with the kid. This looks like one of my favorite decks, I think, in that coming up. I don't know how successful it's going to be in a competitive setting, but it's so much fun looking, right? I love the way it looks. I just finished it yesterday, so we haven't had a chance to deck test it. We'll probably do that the next day or so. We got to get a lot of the right stuff out of this this Alakazam for sure. Because we need an energy and a Dunsparce at least. So now we just needed a Dunsparce because we got the boss, so it'd be great to take out that Thwacky. So let's run into a Dunsparce. Come on, bro. That'll do it. Just as good. Man, Pokepad is so strong, right? I mean, Christ, I can barely have enough of them. I think we got like 20 of them, and I still don't have enough. I'm still running out. Driving me absolutely crazy. Yeah, thank you guys for getting in here. Jump in the chat. Let me know what's up. Let me know what decks you guys are playing here post-rotation. I ran Rage and Bolt yesterday. Had a pretty good run. And burp. And then let's get one more Alakazam out, or we even have, or Abra, I mean. Yeah. I don't think we need Battle Cage. I think we'll get the Dunsparce out just in case. And then we'll take a KO and let's see where we're at after this. I'm not going to use the Battle Cage, right? Because we want to get rid of Festival Lead if they put it in, so we got to keep that for sure. Yeah, so I got pretty lucky with when I ordered the Mega Greninja. It was actually an American in the Air Force that was in Japan, and he had a whole bunch of stuff, and I needed the Greninjas, so I asked him if he could send me the Froakies, and so if I can get the Froakie and the Frogadiers. So I didn't even pay for those, right? So he sent me the whole line, right? So I got Froakie, Frogadier, Mega Greninja, right? So pretty dang sick. But the kid almost killed me yesterday because I accidentally said Croaky instead of Froakie, right? I was like, what's his name? Is it Croaky? And Parker almost lost it, bro. He was dying. Sorry, Parker, man. I just was an accident, right? So We put a short out today actually on that deck, so if you haven't seen it, go check out that short. You can see what the deck build looks like. See if we can run into another boss, right? I'd rather not take out Psyduck because it doesn't really help us, so... yes, we want those cards. Come on, let's run into a boss here, man. That'll help us out for sure, right? I guess let's Dawn so we can at least get some better draw power going here. Let's go here, and I guess here. Yeah. So again, we've been having fun with Alakazam for sure. Man, I got no way to get the psychic energy and the discard pile, right? Go here, and I guess we'll take the KO. See what happens. Yeah, so I think Alakazam's a great deck. I think it's also good for it is good for some beginners. We one of Parker's best friends just got into playing Pokemon, and so this was the deck we started him with, and he absolutely loves it. Right, it's a lot of fun. You're drawing Pokemon like crazy. Not Pokemon, but cards like crazy. So he's absolutely loved it so far. So I think it's a great deck to get started with and to kind of learn how to play. All right, let's see what we can get going after this one. I mean, I think we're going to be in a decent spot, right? The fact that we got a 2-prize lead. We're going to get rid of this Festival Grounds too. Again, I know if they can get into Thwacky, they'll be able to get whatever they want, but it's whatever, they're not there yet. And then here, this one, let's run this one out. So, I guess we got over here. Nah, not gonna run Lana's yet, so let's run Hilda, see what we can get here out of this. So let's go here. Actually, I guess we want the Dunsparce? Nah, we'll be alright. Let's go here and here. Yeah, I guess the other thing we got to be careful with this is watching our draw, right? How much we're drawing, right? We don't want to deck ourselves out. And the tough thing is with the Dunsparce, you can't use it if you have no cards in your deck. So that's something I found out the hard way one time. With that, like I was super bummed that I couldn't use it because I decked myself out, right? So certainly something to be aware of when we're playing Alakazam for sure. So mine, when you guys tell me your buddies all play Magic, I have to stream back see who that was. You know, I haven't gotten into Magic yet. I have several buddies that play it, right? Not necessarily for me. All right. So I think we knock out Applin here with the boss, right? And then they're probably gonna. I'm assuming they'd concede after that. You know, I'm not sure if Parker gets into Magic. Am I going to be able to follow that? Like, I just don't. I just have no idea. All right, we'll take another win. Nice and easy out of that one. I mean, I don't know if I got if my mind can take moving over to Magic, man. I got I'm using all the brain power for Pokemon right now. I don't know if I can figure out Magic. All right, so we're doing okay. I mean, 3-3 on the night, and at least we got somewhere with the deck testing, right? We kind of got a good idea on if we need to make some changes and what else we want to do. Yeah, please, if you haven't, give a thumbs up to the stream. If you jump in the comments, man, it really helps us out, right? Builds up how many people we get in chat. Really makes it a lot better, right? So, yeah, of course we want to go first, man. So yeah, please smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please go do so. We hit 1,000 today, which was pretty dang awesome. We were super excited. So that was a lot of fun to do on live earlier. So we usually try to get in 10 to 12 matches a night on here on streaming. We might be able to get more in because we're getting through these pretty fast, whether it's because we're conceding or the other guys are conceding. I think that's how it goes with this deck, right? Sometimes it just seems like it's over already. All right, Clefairy, let's see how this goes. All right, at least we have the telepathic energy, man. That helps us out for sure. Yeah, and then, like I said, if you want to see any decks tested, please hit them in the chat. Let me know what you want to see on our next stream. I'm trying to think of what else I looked at today that we might be testing. There was a few other ones I really wanted to check out. Ceruledge is one that I want to see. I want to see how that one goes. Yeah, dude, Dragapult Blaziken, I think. Oh my god. I guess we have to Dawn, right? We got a whole lot of nothing else here. Let's go here, and here. Yeah, I do like Dragapult Blaziken. I don't play it well enough, right? I try playing too fast. Let's get a rare candy. That'd make life way better here. So unfortunately for Dragapult, just in general, I run faster than I should at times, and that gets me in trouble. But that's why part of why I like Dragapult Blaziken is you can be more aggressive with it, which is what I need to love a deck, right? To really enjoy it. I gotta run fast and get after it. So, all right, let's get here. Let's get another Kadabra. I think we're starting off okay here, right? This ain't going too bad. I don't know if we need Battle Cage. All right, let's take the KO here and kind of see where we get going. Yeah, thank you guys for joining in. Jump in the chat. Let me know what's going on. We're giving away some code cards tonight. We got a whole ETB of them. We're trying to give away to the viewers. So jump on those if you can use them for sure. And then we deck test an Alakazam tonight. And then in the chat, let me know what else you want to see tested. All right, let's see what's up here. Okay, so it's a Luminous Wing don't affect us, right? 120 discarded to 4 energy cards. All right, this is going to be interesting with this Mega Clefable, right? If we can get to 320, we're going to be doing all right, you know. I have not played against this deck yet. I'm not sure how well it runs. I feel like it's probably too inconsistent. We got to hope we can get our hand big enough and just take a KO here next turn. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Mystery Garden doesn't help us at all, right? Because our hand's going to be too big anyways. Not going to make any difference. Right, I mean, always terrible starts. It drives me crazy too. Like I never understand it. All right, let's see where we get with this Mega Clefable. Right, we hit this SIR actually at the pre-release. Such a sick card. Actually, super beautiful. Very underappreciated, maybe I think is maybe the right word, because it's a sick card. It looks so sweet in person for sure. All right, let's see. Let's go. I think we're going to get the Dunsparce first, in case we run into a better supporter than Dawn, as long as we can hit an Alakazam. So let's run this around first, and then see what we get after that. Alright, man, so we talked about this, right? Is having the Fez good or bad in this deck? We're about to find out if it's worth it. I know it's going to be an easy knockout. However, I also think the draw power we get from it is pretty damn huge. So, man, I need to start counting up my damn hand. I don't even know where we're at here. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that's enough for a KO, right? We just got to get that Alakazam, and Don's going to make that happen. Let's go here, and here. I mean, I think we're looking all right, man. We're in a good spot here. I think that Alakazam, or that Pheasantipity, put us over the top, right? I mean, if we're able to get the KO, yes, we want more cards. Yes, we want the energies. I think we're going to go with a Psychic Energy, so because we need it in the discard pile anyways. That way we can use the Wondrous Patch next turn to Alright, I mean, I think we got the KO, man. It's hard because I can't tell what my hand's actually at. I got to count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 400 damage. That should do it, right? I think 400's the KO. Yeah, so have you guys seen this Mega Clefable deck yet? I mean, do you know what the A-Spec they're going to run? If it's a unfair stamp, that's going to suck. That's not what we want to see, right? Like, I don't want to see a judge neither, bro. I mean, at least okay with what we have in hand here. You know, and again, we're going to find out, is the Fez good? So, Palmer and I talked about it yesterday. He felt like the Fez always got bossed and knocked out, and is it worth that, right? Is it worth having the Fez out there as the 2-prize liability? If they don't KO the Fez, it can certainly be what makes the difference within this this matchup. And they got no way to do it, right? They can't boss. I can't imagine they're running like Pokemon Catcher, right? That's yeah, guys, jump in the chat. Let me know what's up. Let me know if you got any decks you guys want to see tested on TCG Live. So we're running Alakazam today, and we're going to just continue testing a whole bunch of different things. Just kind of depends on how things end up going and what you vote on. A lot of times that's what I end up running too. So, all right, let's see what we get from Fez. We still got to run into an Alakazam here. I guess Dawn's going to help that happen too. I mean, at this point, I mean, we got the boss, right? So if we run into an Alakazam, it's going to be way easier to knock out that. All right, does that go into hand though, or that goes into your deck? Yeah, that's okay. We want all the Alakazams because that's what we need, right? Oh, cancel. we want 1 or 2? Just we'll just do 1 for sure. See how many Pokemon EX they got in play. That's not going to give us the KO, so we don't want to do that. I mean, not that we can't Enhanced Hammer, but I don't think that does us any good. Let's Wondrous Patch here to the Abra for next turn, I think, and then we'll Dawn here in hopes that we can get something out of this, right? We'll grab one of the Alakazams. Let's go with Dabra and here. Yeah, so I'm certainly not the best Alakazam player there is. So if you guys have some ideas, something you think should be teched into this, let me know in the comments. Again, we've already changed the deck around a few different times today. Just trying to make sure we get to all the right moves. So again, we gotta get pretty high up here, right, to get the knockout. We gotta get to 16. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see what we get out of this Dunsparce. I mean, we gotta be getting close, right? We got a couple moves here we can make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I guess we just get ready for the next turn, even though we're not going to take the KO here, which is okay. We got the boss in hand. I think as long as we don't get judged, we're gonna be feeling all right. Let's get rid of that Mystery Garden, and then we'll take the hit and see where we get next turn. I think we're doing okay. I think we're in a great spot. You know what? Are they running a Wally's Compassion? I find that hard to believe. Not that they can't be, but I don't think it's going to matter. We'll have enough cards to take the KO next turn anyways. And they can't unfair stamp us, so that's fine. And we don't have special red card yet, right? So that's pretty dang good. What a sick card that special red card's going to be. I mean, I feel like we're going to need one of those in every deck, if not 2 or 3. Yeah, here's the one of my favorite Pokemon in the next set, right, is this Mega Greninja. Might be my favorite Mega. I love the way it looks. Parker has the shiny Mega Greninja in Pokemon ZA, which is pretty dang sick. It's a sick looking Pokemon for sure. So I think we're going to be okay, right? They're going to try to get out of the active. Not too impressed with this deck, right? I don't think it's scaring me at all. I can't see how. I guess it's good in a fighting matchup, right? Is that the only matchups it works with? Certainly not running very well, but whatever. We'll take the win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 and 3 now. So certainly starting to look a bit better than how we first started. That's for sure. Yeah, grab those code cards, man. If you guys need them, that'd be great. Might as well put them to use. I said we got a whole ETB of them we given out, so might as well grab them up. All right, Alakazam. Let's go get another W here, man. I'll be fine with that. Right, what the bad matchup? 2 of our losses tonight have already been Mega Starmie, right? That's got to be a terrible matchup. Doing 50 damage to the bench. We have to have the Shaman in play. And that actually came up on my chat, not my chat, on one of my shorts today, like why someone had Shaman in a deck. And that's one of the reasons we got to have Shaman around with these evolution decks. All right, let's see what we got going here. Got game number 10 up. Again, we've been running through these pretty dang quick. I think that's why I like Alakazam, is it can run fast. I think you kind of see where the game's going though pretty early if it's going to be a win or a loss. But damn, I love hitting big, right? I mean, you can get to 500 damage, right? You hitting into weakness, 1,001k damage. That is absolutely wild. And pretty fun to get to those numbers. Same thing with Raging Bolt, right? I love when you're able to get massive KOs. I mean, I think I hit for 10, like 1070 or whatever it was the other day with Raging Bolt. Yeah, sorry there, hit my mic a bit. Yeah. So let's see, man. This guy's got to hurry up and finish so we can get moving. I'm doing nothing right now. Yeah, and then the other thing I want to be able to do at some point is get like maybe get some music going too as we're playing. But unfortunately, if we get monetized, right, then it's like YouTube's like crazy protective of that, which I understand, right? So that's the next thing I want to try to figure out on the feed, how we can get some music going in the background. I mean, I got a buddy of mine who actually makes some music. I gotta talk to him. He's got a big list. He's got a really good library on Spotify. Maybe I gotta go talk to him. That'd be a good idea. Dude, what is going on here, man? This guy not hitting no buttons. We haven't done a single thing here. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Guess I'll get my drink. Got the playoffs going. Avalanche and Nuggies, right? Huge Nuggets fan. Love the Avalanche too. So. Yeah, guys, jump in the chat. Let me know what's up. Anything going on this week? You guys got some Pokemon tournaments here in the future or anything? Let me know if the code cards are working too. I'm hopeful you guys are able to be using them. And so we got this whole ETB we got to run through for you guys. So not going to probably get through them all tonight. That's for sure. But we've made a dent, man. We've done it here in a couple streams, and we're maybe a quarter of the way through that ETB. So again, I'm hopeful you guys are using them and they're getting put to use. So, all right, let's get going here. Alakazam. Yeah. And then guys, let me know about the thumbnail you saw for this too. Used a little bit different software for the thumbnail today, and I thought it was pretty fun. And I thought it looked good. I don't know if it's my favorite, to tell you the truth, but still pretty cool. All right. All right. So this is kind of the matchup we wanted to see, right? We want to see how this runs. We want to see if they have that Rocky fighting energy or not. All right, let's get here. I think we got to have another Abra in case they boss up KO, right? So, all right, see what happens from here. Not a perfect start, but whatever. Yeah, but again, what do you think? That thumbnail look all right tonight? I had a fun designing it. It said not the same software I usually use, and so I was testing some new things out and see how that goes. And then the other thing is man, please smash the like. jump in the chat. That's going to help us get some more people in here. And if you're not subscribed, please go subscribe. We just hit 1K earlier today, and we're super stoked, man. We're I don't know. So he's 2 times weak. I don't think it matters, to tell you the truth. We got to run into something good here. Don might be it. Let's see here. Let's go here, here. Really love to see that rare candy, right? Because then we can take a KO here and be in a much better spot. Yeah, none of them are rare candy, right? Not what we were wanting. I guess teleportation, right? And we get the other Abra in there that we don't need. I guess I should have benched Psyduck and used teleportation attack with Psyduck out there, because we don't have any need for Psyduck, right? Again, something I got to get used to when I'm deck testing some different stuff. So yeah, and again, let me know in the chat what other decks you guys want to see tested. I think Cerulege is on the list. Probably run Dragapult without sorry, my bad. So we'll probably run Dragapult without Blaziken, because that's what we ran the last time. And then probably try it just plain Dragapult. I think that's on the docket too. So you know, while I was excited for this matchup, our hand is not looking good. So it's going to be interesting if we can get back into this, right? I mean, that's kind of the whole point of Alakazam, right? The single prize deck going up against the 3-prizer that's weak to Psychic. Even though we're not hitting with Alakazam, we're not hitting into weakness. I guess that's why it's interesting. I mean, when we talked earlier, should we put the other Alakazam in? Because it at least hits for weakness too into Riolu. Not sure if it matters though. Interesting they didn't want to take any action there. See if we can get built up and take a KO here. So we need a rare candy, energy. I think that's what we're kind of looking for. Yeah, we got a shot to get there. I mean, we just need a rare candy at this point. We already got the Hilda. Okay. All right, let's go, buddy here. We're set up in a decent spot, I think, here for sure. I can't imagine they're running an unfair stamp, right? Probably got a judge or two in there, but that's fine-ish. Let's go here, man. Yeah, sorry, that was pretty lame. No, I think we're not going to attach. All right. Or not attach, but I don't think we're going to bench him. I think we're going to wait to use the enhanced hammer until it's in the active, right? I think that's a better decision for sure. And then we'll just take a KO here, see where it goes. Again, so earlier tonight we made a couple of changes because we saw a deck that had 4 different Rocky Fighting energies. So to combat that, we went up to 3 enhanced hammers, and then we added the Mega to Dunsparce to give us another attacker. So those were the couple of changes we did. I don't know if I love the Mega Dunsparce or not, but especially being weak, but realistically, that's okay. I think we're going to be able to work around it. So what are we looking for here, right? I guess we could boss KO the Riolu unless they go into. Oh, okay. Well, that's a bummer, man. They're going to get the Dunsparce up or something. Probably probably Makihita up a Dunsparce, so they can at least get a KO. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, so I think this is like 3 or 4 nights in a row we've been live streaming. Again, trying to get ready for LA Regionals coming up. As we get closer, I'll narrow down the list of what I'm playing into what I think I'm going to be playing. But right now I'm just playing a big variety. I think it's better for me to also know what other decks are wanting to do, right? So playing them helps me understand their strategies better. So again, in the comments, let me know, is there a certain deck you want me to deck test? Steven's Metagross is also on the list, so I know we had a guy in the chat last night who loves Steven's Metagross. I think it's okay. I think it's average with Steven's Metagross, but that's probably only because of how I play it. I'm not fantastic with that deck. All right, let's see here. Not sure if we have another. Do we have another Dunsparce in there? And kind of a bummer with that. I think let's run here. Let's keep going here, and then I'd like to get a boss, right? Instead of having to get rid of this Soul Rock, but I guess we will. I don't think it necessarily matters. Lana's Aid. Yeah, I think that's the right play. We play Lana's Aid, get those Dunsparce back, and then that way we've at least got our draw support back. I think that's the way we got to play it for sure. Okay, all right. Let's go here and here. Yeah, so again, I think tonight it looks like we're 6-3 to start off with. I can't tell. We might have gone up to. We might be at 7-3 now too. Yeah. We don't need to use enriching energy this turn, so I think we're just gonna take the knockout. I don't want to get it in play and then lose it on the next turn. So, yeah. So I think at this point tomorrow, I'll probably run either Steven's Metagross or Ceruledge tomorrow night. I should be able to get on tomorrow with no problem. So tomorrow, those are probably the 2 decks we'll be running. What do you think? We getting judged here or what? We've got another enhanced hammer, so it'd be all right if they put that Rocky Fighting out, and then yeah, okay. I mean, judge is our only worry, right? There's no way they're running Unfair Stamp. They're almost always running either Hero's Cape or Maximum Belt. I have seen Prime Catcher a couple times. I don't know if that's a good play or not. Find out, man. If they get the judge, then I'm gonna be unhappy. So if you watch one of our other live streams, we talked about if you should have the Meowth EX or if you should have the Pheasantipity in the Mega Lucario, and I actually had a mirror match with that exact thing. So I made a video of that yesterday, actually. Right, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. So if you haven't checked that out, you guys see what that video looks like, because it 100% shows you which one you should choose. It comes down to the last turn. All right, let's see if we can run this up and get this KO. Yeah, so we had a really great matchup where I had a mirror match with Mega Lucario, and my opponent had a Pheasantipity EX in theirs, and I had the Meowth, and it literally comes down to the last turn, and it makes a massive difference which one we have. So something you got to go check out for sure. All right, let's get on. I'm not even sure what number we're at here. We'll have to go check it out. Ah, bro, are we better off? I think we're better off taking the runaway draw first in hopes that we run into the Kadabra anyways. I mean, I guess we can also get Alakazam and Rare Candy. And then I'll do math here, see if we're even close to getting the KO. So let's see, we're at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're at 300. Well, I guess we'll Night Stretcher for Alakazam, because that gives us... does that give us the KO? So we gotta use 2 cards to get into it, draw 3, so... Yeah, we'll see. I think we're going to be just shy of where we need to be. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 4, 16... Damn, bro, we were so close. I guess let's get ready for the next turn. Oh, what a bummer, bro. Math didn't quite math. We were so close. You know, realistically, we got to run into a boss on our next turn. We haven't used a single one, so there's still 3 boss in there out of those 16. I guess they could be prized. And then I think otherwise we're in a decent spot. If we can get a boss, even if they get out of the active, yeah, I mean, that whatever, that doesn't hurt me. Have you seen Scoop Up Cyclone in this deck yet? I don't know if I've seen Scoop Up Cyclone with Mega Lucario, maybe once. The other thing is do they have another judge, right? How many judge are they running? Might not be 2. They're definitely not running 2 Meowths. I can't imagine there's another Meowth in there to get that other judge. Let's see how this plays out. If we can't get the KO next, I'm not super excited, right? Because they're going to be able to boss up Fez and win. But if we take out this... If we take out the Mega Lucario, I don't know if they have another attacker to get the Fez knocked out. Let's see what happens. Let's check it out here and see what happens. Yeah, guys, jump in the chat. Let me know what's up. Giving away code cards tonight. Like I said, we got plenty of them, and would love to give them to the viewers for sure. So, and then if you haven't, you gotta smash the like button and go subscribe if you have not. So, oh, bro, that's dirty, bro. Do we lose? Because he's gonna attach 3 to that Haramaka. This totally sucks, bro. We just take the loss. Ugh. Damn, bro, that pisses me off. That's a match we should have won. We lose that by 1 card, right? We get judged, and we end up being 20 short of the KO. Christ, that shit pisses me off. Sorry. That's the stuff that makes me so mad with Pokemon sometimes, right? Like, you make all the right moves and you just cannot get there, man. Hey, what's going on? How we doing tonight? What's up? Yeah, just out here getting some live in, trying to deck test for some LA regionals. Alakazam's been doing pretty decent. That last matchup, a little frustrating for sure. We're at 7-4 on the night, but 2 of those losses were to Mega Starmie, and so it's a pretty bad matchup if we don't have Shaman. Yeah, so probably try to get another 2-3 games in. Been going pretty quick right now, so with some jank deck. What are you playing then? What you got going on? Oh, bro, just pass. How terrible is that? I guess pass. Nothing we can do here. Not looking good for this hand for sure. I love testing out new decks or trying some new things. I think it's a lot of fun, right? But then once you get on TCG or in person and you start testing them out, it's fun to see if they're actually good. You know, a deck my son built that we thought was totally going to be terrible. What actually worked out was it was like literally Teal Mask Ogerpon Monkey Dory, and then when when Meganium came out, it had Meganium, but the reason he liked it was then he also had the Hero's Cape, right? So like nobody can knock out the Ogerpon, and you're sending it back with Monkey Dory, and it was a wild deck, but man, it actually was pretty successful. So unfortunately, after rotation went out, it wasn't as good because it was running pennies, bravery, charm, had a bunch of stuff that went out of rotation, so that really killed it. So yeah, thanks guys for getting in. Jump in the chat, let me know what's going on, how you're doing tonight. Trying to figure out what we like with Alakazam and don't like with Alakazam. We've already made a couple switches today, so we're going to keep that going, kind of make sure we get the right deck. Alright, let me see what we got here. So we got 2 Kadabra already, so I guess... Oh, we added to we only got 1 to Dunsparce? It's going to make this a little tough, right? Guess here and here. That's wild. This is not a great start. We may take an L here before we even get going, man. Yeah, man, you sound like my buddy Carlos. He's always running just same thing, never meta. He's always finding like crazy matchups and things that go really well. He loved the baby, was it the Regigigas, right? That Regigigas deck where you had all the Regis and stuff. He loved that deck, and man, it was hard to play around it, and he got so many hours into it. Yeah, the other one that he loved playing and was, again, pretty damn good with was, let's see here. I don't need any of that. We're going to have like 40 Pokemon in our hand, and none of them going to be very useful. And pass, bro. We gotta get to an energy or two, right? Nothing else going on. Yeah, I mean that'd be an interesting deck for sure. Man, I played Miss Magius deck. I don't know if that was last night on stream, and bro, it was like wild. I had no idea what was going on. That's confusing at times, right? If you're playing some deck that you've never seen, you don't know what's going on or how to play it. All right, let's go here. We don't have any way to get Shaman out of the active outside of energy attachment, so see how this goes, right? I mean, we're gonna have to play Battle Cage too. Let's get here, and we can't do a whole bunch else other than we'll probably Dawn, I guess. We're gonna have to put out the Abra now in hopes that Battle Cage survives till we can get it evolved. I think that's really the only way we can get through into the next. Bro, we have so many Pokemon in our hand. This is fucking wild. Yeah, Cofagrigus is such a sweet Pokemon too. I agree with Cofagrigus as being pretty awesome. Pass. Nothing else we can do in that one. You know what's really tough is that, right? I'm a massive Charizard fan, and I hated playing Charizard. Right? I don't know if that was just because it was so many people playing it or so common. Right? That was something I just didn't. I just never got into playing that deck. I feel like sometimes for me it goes the other way around. I start playing a deck and then I like the Pokemon after that, right? Oh, that's sick. How long did that take to complete? That couldn't have been fast. Let's see if we can run into a boss, right? That's what I wouldn't mind that. I mean, should have 400 cards in our hand. We just need the boss to get a KO where we need it. Okay, that's fine. So let's take out the Dracloak. Let's attach retreat. I wish we had the Dunsparce already in play. Again, we gotta hope Battle Cage sticks, right? Because we don't want to run into problems with that. Man, that's crazy not buying any online, right? So are you in a bigger place, right? Like we only got really 3 options where I live to go get Pokemon, so so you got a decent amount of places to go check out pretty close, or what? That's sick. And then did you order that binder? I love some of the custom binders. Yeah, Vegas. Dude, that's awesome. There's some cool places there for sure. We were pretty bummed we didn't make it to Vegas Regional this year. Unfortunately, my son does Lego League, right, where you're building the robotic Legos. And so because of that, it was the weekend of the Vegas Regional, so we missed out, which was a pretty dang bummer. But that's why we're going to LA, because it's the closest we can get to Colorado. Right, so I think we're in okay spot. We gotta just get another boss, and we'll be okay, I think. Again, we got 5 kajillion Pokemon in our hand, so... Alright, there we go. I guess let's attach for turn so we can still use enriching energy if we get KO'd. Yeah, I know we went through Vegas. I don't know. I'd say like a year ago we went through Vegas and we stopped at a couple card shops. Had a pretty good time too. Found a lot of cool stuff. You love the underloved Pokemon, right? Man, I don't know if Palmer's still in the chat, man. He was trying to do the full master set, right? The get every Pokemon. I don't know how he's been doing on that. I haven't asked him lately. Hopefully that's going okay. If you're there, Palmer, man, let me know how that's going. Well, so ours is Meowth. So Parker loves Meowth. So we started a Meowth binder. We're doing Japanese and English. I can't tell you how close we are or aren't realistically. Right now I'm just like, do we need this Pokemon? And I'm like, yeah, we need it. So then I get it, right? Like, do we need that Meowth? Well, I don't know. I think we have 3 bosses, but it's hard to know if we have the other one. Okay, so then I guess, what do we got going over here? I guess we don and hope we survive to the next one. And I guess we could Dunsparce. We'll get the other one set up with the Dunsparce, right? Dude, we're still missing. We still have 2 to Dunsparce in the prizes. This is crazy. It frustrates the hell out of me, man. Yeah, dude, not a problem, Palmer, man. I'm glad you're listening in, but yeah, let me know when you get a chance how that's going with that master set. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Like, is there a reason? Like, did you just get back into Pokemon, or it's a whole new thing? Is there a reason, right? Is there a reason that you're enjoying collecting? And yeah, glad you found the channel for sure. Hopefully you're subscribed. We got to a 1K today. We're super pumped about that. Wait, what's going on here, man? Why are we putting the Dracloak up? So what, he's gonna go Blaziken? What? I'm so confused. Yeah, right. No, I understand. I got that. Well, you picked the wrong time to get into it. It's been wild right now, right? We are just Pokemon is running crazy right now, which is fun, but so much harder to get a hold of Pokemon. What do you think? We go here, or do we take out the Blaziken? I guess we'll just take out the Blaziken because we can, right? I don't think there's any other reason, any reason not to. Yeah, like you said, we talked earlier in the chat. I got into this because my son loved Pokemon. You know, I'm a little too old. I didn't play Pokemon as a kid, but I did watch the anime, and I did watch the anime and always loved it. And so when he wanted to get into playing the card game, I was super stoked because I do think it's a lot of fun. It's a great game. He loves math, so it's a great way. It was a great way for him to like get into doing more math. And he started collecting, and then he wanted to play, but he was like making up his own rules. And I said, "Nah, bro, that's not." He'd just win because he had Charizard or something. So we went through and I taught him how to play. We did it on live, and then we also got the Battle Academy. And what is this bro doing, man? Like, just I guess, is he trying to unfair stamp us? I guess, like, I'm not sure what's happening. And all right, there we go. Take a W again. So we're 8-4, kind of doubled up again, so that's good. I think things are rolling here tonight. We'll kind of keep it going here until we hit a dry spot, maybe. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Giving away some code cards tonight as we're playing some live. Trying to get some deck testing done, so jump in the chat. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know about your Pokemon journey. Right? Do you play or collecting and just getting into playing? What are you about? And yeah, so we're so Parker and I are about 3 years into playing, just over 3 years to playing. Yeah, that's pretty sick that you got that that whole Gen Master set done. How many binders did that take? I'm not even sure, right? Like, was that like 3 total binders, or did you go ask if you can get the 1,000 the 1,000 card binder, man? How did you get that all set up? Yeah, and then you guys gotta let me know. So we have some of these code cards that I was using the other night, and everyone on stream said they couldn't read them. So I'm not sure if they're still gonna work or not. God dang it, this is the matchup I don't want to see. We've lost 4 times tonight, and twice it's been to this Mega Starmie deck, bro. I don't want to play that. I have the so who makes that? Does Voltex make that? Unfortunately I haven't paid any attention, right? So who makes that? Dude, we're in such trouble. We're gonna have to Dawn, man. I don't like this at all. We're gonna get board wiped this next turn anyways. It doesn't even matter. All right, I guess this is not good. This is bad all the way around. Come on, Fez, get over here. Come on, Fez. What is up with it? Won't let me grab Fez, man. I want Fez. Fez, bro. Well, I guess we'll go this way. It's not going to make any difference, anyways. It's not letting me grab the Alakazam either. What the hell? Oh yeah. So just go off Amazon. Battle Cage, but that's damage counters. I guess we could have grabbed Shaman, but then Shaman's only protecting itself. I don't think it would have mattered. Jeez, 2,000 binder. How that thing is massive, bro. So wait, is it the size of what Deep Pocket Monster was using, or is it different? Like, is it really fat? Bro, it's the 3rd time we've lost to that matchup. We can't, I don't think there's a single way to win in that matchup, right? So the current one now you're saying is like what what Pat had? That's like really huge, right? That you almost have to get a backpack for. That thing is massive, right? Wouldn't even fit on my table over here. That's pretty dang sick. So, so Palmer, what's the coolest card you put in there, right? What do you think's the best one that you replaced with something cool? You know, we need to get a big binder like that because Parker wants to put every legendary mythical Pokemon into one binder, like one of each of them. And I don't mean like one of, one Latios or whatever. Like every card he has that's a legendary goes into that binder, whether it's a EX or a holo, and so we have one of each of them, and we're already through 2 binders. So I'm actually glad I asked you guys about that, because I need to go look for one of those. The gold Charizard, like the one you just hit, like the Mega Charizard. Bro, this guy's been hitting fire lately, man. He got like gold fingers or something. Man, let me know. Hopefully these code cards work. Like I said, we had these on chat the other night, and everyone said that didn't work. So I'm gonna run through them again because I hope they get used up. But let me know in the chat if they're not working. Then I won't worry about getting them loaded up again. So what do we Hilda for the energy attachment? I don't know. Neither option's good, right? I guess we'll go here, here, here. You know, I wonder if I have too many Dawn in here. Like, I don't know. I guess Dawn comes in handy sometimes, but I feel like it's not my favorite. Yeah, that Mega Charizard XEX, man. That card's so sick. You know, we've only hit one of the gold megas, that Gardevoir, which is pretty dang sweet too. Right now you're out of luck after that. Well, bro, you gotta go check out. We got a video. Parker hit these on video. He hit the gold mega Gardevoir, and then he hit the Pikachu EX from Ascended. And that card is absolutely beautiful, man. I love that card. Damn, we looked today and it's over 1,000 on TCG, right? So like freaking wild that card's running like that. But it is unbelievable. It is so beautiful. Certainly one of the best cards of all time for sure. Yeah, thanks for letting me know that the code's working. So we got a decent stack. We need to get back out there, so we'll run those. Christ, I guess we go here. So we get out of this. Well, yeah, it should be the chase card. That's literally, it's one of the best cards I've ever seen, man. Like, it is unbelievably beautiful. All right, so let's see. I don't remember what I got in hand. We got two Alakazam, so we'll take a Kadabra, I guess. And telepathic. I don't know if there's a great way to go about this. We really need to get some Dunsparce, right? I think what's hard with any deck, if you don't get your draw engine going correctly, then you're just in so much trouble. Yeah, so yeah, we're running okay with Alakazam, right? I mean, we're 8-4, 8-5, 8-5 with 3 losses to Mega Starmie. So I guess if you're playing Alakazam, don't run into Mega Starmie, because that's such a terrible hit, right? Like, luckily we have Shamans and stuff, but I would say all 3 of those matchups, they were into Mega Starmie either on their first turn going second or on their second turn going first, and we just had no chance to get Shaman out anyways, and just board wiped us, right? Just such a pain in the ass. Yeah. And then if you haven't, right, smash the like button, jump in the chat, let us know how your night's going. And then, Judge, bro, trying to have fun with Pokemon, and sometimes I see some of these decks and they not fun, right? You know, I think we'd be in a decent spot if our hand didn't just suck gigantically, right? Well, I mean, at least we got an option here. Yeah, thanks, Palmer, man. We'll catch you later. Maybe see you next week at the challenge. It'd be great to see you. If you got any if there's anything you want to check out with Alakazam, let me know. But glad you're in, man. We'll catch you later. I guess pass, bro. I mean, this is not going the way we want it to, right? Already way behind. We gotta hope that Judge just smoked them. And one of the reasons I hate Judge is half the time, which I guess is why it wasn't played consistently, is half the time I'm in a way worse spot than my opponent. So it drives me crazy. I'll judge and I'll judge them into everything they need, and I'll have nothing, right? Again, that's why Iona was just such a better card, so much more consistency, right? But now Lily's determination is going to have to hold up, right? That's going to be the best supporter, I think, for a while. We haven't seen anything else that's got the draw power it does, right? So. Yeah, this is certainly an interesting deck, right? Are they ever going to have a shot to beat anything that's not Alakazam, right? Like, realistically, if you have any big Pokemon, I feel like they're never getting knockouts. Interesting. I've not seen this deck before. I mean, they're probably going to cook us, but that's because our hands has been just absolute dog water. Right? It's like such a pain in the butt when they do that. I feel like sometimes that's what drives me absolutely crazy with TCG. I feel like your matchups always end up being the worst possible matchups you can have, right? I don't understand how that's the case. It just seems to be the case. And it drives me absolutely crazy. I mean, unfortunately, we're finally getting things set up, but I feel like we're still going to be in a really tough spot with the lead they've got going. Yeah, but guys, gotta let me know in the chat what decks you guys want to see tested. Haven't gotten any votes tonight, but you guys let me know. We'll run almost anything on here. I mean, I want to see stuff that's at least going to be competitively viable. But I'm open, so hit me in the chat. Let me know what kind of stuff you'd like to see us deck test. I guess we'll take the knockout, but I don't think we got any way back into this. Not like I'm running a judge or an unfair stamp, right? So going to be tough to see how this works out. Right, I mean, I'd be interested to run this matchup another time, because if we start off well and we get the battle cage out early, what does that look like, right? I think we'd be in a way better place. Well, we would be. Our hand was total trash. So again, I think it'd be interesting to see how this played out in a different matchup. Um, you know, I think that's why I love going to the regional tournaments, and you know, the any bigger local tournaments too. Anytime we can do a best of 3, I think you get a way better idea of how decks are running. Because realistically, you can lose in any matchup if you brick, right? So that's why it's way better doing the best of 3. You know, one of the things I think Japan's missing on. What's going on here? Kind of confused why they attached that dark to Soul Rock. Doesn't make much sense. I guess maybe we're okay if they do brick here. I mean, I guess they can still put 60 on Alakazam, so I guess he'd survive. Huh. I mean, we got the boss, right? So, I mean, I guess they're going to take the KO in Pokemon Checkup, right? So the Frostlass is going to put the last bit of damage on him. Well, they don't have another way to get 30. Bro, that's wild. We're going to survive by 10? No way we're going to be able to come back and get this win. That'd be absolutely wild. I don't know if they made a mistake. They had to have with that Crispin. Unless they're trying to keep they want to use those fighting energies for Blood Moon. But that still doesn't seem like the right move, right? That was really interesting. I'm still confused what just happened. Still confused what just was going on. I guess. All right. Well, let's get the runaway draw. We got to get into that. We got to get in that Alakazam. Oh, well, that'll do it, I guess. And then I guess we got to decide what's the best to boss up. Probably one of the monkeys. And get a monkey out. I feel like that's the way we got to go. Oh man, we really need another Kadabra, so I think we're going to have to use that. All right, at least we got that Kadabra, and then I don't know. I'm surprised we're even still in this right now. The way this started out, we're gonna have to hope this plays out the way we need it to. All right, let's get you out of here. And here. Yeah. So jump in the chat, guys. Let me know what we got a deck test tomorrow night. You got any ideas on what you want to see? Makes no difference to me. I've been having a lot of fun going through the last week. We've deck tested, I think 6 different decks now, and it's been really good to see how they're playing and what's the best way to play things and see how they work. So been a lot of fun, and I'm pretty open to running most anything that's competitively viable. They said I think Cerulege is going to be on deck. Steven's Metagross is probably going to happen. I'm actually kind of interested in some Eevee decks. Is there like some interesting evolutions, like the Flareon deck? Could that be good, especially with a ton of grass decks around? Man, they're probably going to monkey and get another dark attach. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is not definitely a deck I would like to play. The Soul Rock this guy's got. I don't know. Pressy, man, is this one you would run? Because you said you like running like non-meta stuff. Is this it? You know, just throwing damage counters back and forth and. So I'm unsure right here. Could he retreat, energy switch, or something? Unfortunately, the math keeps mathing for him in this matchup. That's a pretty terrible matchup for Alakazam. But I can't. Again, that's not a deck I would want to play. It doesn't. Not much fun for me, man. I like playing overly aggressive. That's why I played a ton of Joltik. I played Raging Bolt for a long time, like early Raging Bolt when it was just super fast, and played Miraidon a few times. I didn't like it as much, but anything that's a turbo deck, that's usually what I enjoy, how I like to play. Again, that gets me in trouble, like, and that's why I can't play Dragapult very often. Same reason I couldn't play Gardevoir. I like playing too, like I said, too aggressive. Um, Not sure what I need to do to make that change, right? How do I make how do I make that better in my head so I can be okay just kind of taking it slow? Um, but I've had that talk with my kid a bunch, right? Like, we got to play stuff we enjoy. Maybe not only the way it plays, but also the Pokemon, right? So we kind of talked about that not that long ago, that we also want to we play decks sometimes because we like the Pokemon. And yeah, I'd agree with that, right? We want to play stuff that's fun, that we like, and sometimes if that Pokemon's our favorite Pokemon, that makes it even better. Let's go check out our deck and see what's going on here. And we're missing a ton of supporters. Oh, we got what? 3 Boss, 3 Hildas. Oh, I guess they're in hand. My bad. I was like, damn, where are all our supporters at? Well, we already have them. Hey, what's up, Zero Man? Welcome in. We're having a decent night, just running some Alakazam right now. And it was going well. As long as we avoid Mega Starmie, we're doing pretty damn good. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. We're 8-6, but 3 of those losses were to Mega Starmie. Yeah, so we got a mirror match here. Kind of interesting how it runs. I mean, the fact that they already got the 2 prize out, I think that's certainly going to be beneficial for us. When her hand is okay, but it's not good, right? So, kind of see how this plays out. Down it is, man. Let's go here, and here. In best case scenario, we find a way into a rare candy energy. Yeah, I don't know if that's possible. The other thing yeah, I don't love this scenario, but I think we gotta go here. I guess we'll just run another, at least one more Abra on the bench. I don't think we want to go to... Yeah, man. I mean, I certainly heard that from you earlier. Yeah, like any hit's a good hit at sometimes, right? Like, Christ, man, sometimes we just get too too into only hitting the big stuff. And Parker always, I always see this within Parker, is his chase cards sometimes are cards that are $5-10, right? Like, he just loves the Pokemon. He loves the way the card looks. We talked about earlier today when we did our stream to get to 1,000 subs. That Salamence EX was my chase in Journeys Together. It doesn't even bother me. It's not worth much. I love it. I think it looks sick. I love Salamence. I think it looks really cool. But like his chase, one of his chase in perfect order was the full art boss. So yesterday he actually traded several cards to get two of those for his deck, and he was super excited. He was pumped that he found that boss. Man, I wish I could remember the name that's on it. Right, it's from ZA. Unfortunately, I haven't played a much ZA yet. I need to get back into that. But yeah, I find that cool with my son in particular, when he finds a card he really likes. All right, well, now we gotta start playing these bros out in front first. We're gonna have to run into a rare candy, right? That's, well, no, we'll be okay. We need an energy. We'll be okay. We'll be all right here. Yeah, dude, so much fun to bling your deck out for sure. That's what we do for Parker's deck. I let him realistically put whatever cards he wants into it. I think so. Like we showed off earlier today in the live stream, was he has a wall with all his best hits in it, and so those have all the most expensive cards on it. So if he hits those, if he has those, they stay on his wall. He doesn't put those in decks. Everything else he puts into a deck. Let's see what we got going here. Well, I guess we need Hilda so we can at least get the energy. And we'll go here. Nah, we don't want that one. We want this one. Right, what do we got for... Yeah, this is where we're going to go. So yeah, so otherwise, he's running all of those in his deck, and they're sick. Like, so many fun cards. Nice buddy for another Dunsparce. And I guess we'll take the KO and see where it goes from here. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is where, so I've seen this in this matchup, and this is why we probably need to make this inclusion, is you should run the Xerosics where they have to drop down to 3 cards. And it's for the mirror match in particular. I don't remember why I took it out of this deck, because I know it was in there the other night. But I switched it for an attacker or something, I think. I can't remember which one. That's awesome, right? He's just like, man, look at this card. It's so much sicker than the EX. Yeah, I don't think I've got Parker's deck near me, but he's got some pretty nice cards in there. Yeah, I don't know if we got a great way back into this matchup. Other than the fact that they have the Fez out there, right? So, and that's the one thing we got to avoid. We can't put out Fez. They're just gonna absolutely crush us. And then I guess let's boss up this Fez so they can't draw more with it too. And then and then one thing I'm not opposed to buying, I do this pretty often, is I actually don't mind buying gold energies, because I like gold energies. I like the way they look, and we're going to be able to put those in decks forever, right? So I like getting gold energies. I think they're a ton of fun. And I was Night Stretcher for another yeah, so that's one thing I've never been hesitant to spend a little bit extra on, even though, I mean, they're like maybe what, like $5 to $8 depending on which one it is. Man, I wish we had another energy that wasn't the enriching. I think we'll attach the enriching just so I can make sure we get another energy for next turn. Bro, oh Christ. No, I didn't see that. That's hilarious. Like, not quite paying attention, and then all of a sudden he hits something big. It's like, dang. Yeah, so like, I don't know. We don't have a ton. We don't have a ton. But yeah, if I run into some gold energy somewhere, and or they're looking, I got some stuff to trade. I'll go for some gold energy because I think they look sweet. And so same thing like before last year's rotation, I was running Reggie Drago with fire and grass energies, and so I had all gold energy in that. And now I'm running the grass and Raging Bolt, and Parker has the fire in his Dragapult, and so again, even just in a year, we've been able to run all those energies in decks we're playing. Um, so that's something I always, again, I'm not opposed to spending money on that. Um, I'm not necessarily spending money on Pokemon to upgrade outside of trading. I'll trade for them, but I'm not going to pay for them. I don't know if he likes the fan art ones or not. I've never asked that. It's certainly possible he does. Um, you know, so one thing I know is he got really upset when he was first into Pokemon, like really early on into his Pokemon. A kid had traded him some fake Pokemon cards, and I remember how upset he was. Really upset after that about how that went, and so I don't know if he'd feel the same way about those gold cards, right? Like that they're just not the same. I'm not sure. I'd have to ask him. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we want to draw right now, right? We only got 9 cards left in the deck. I don't think we need to make any other moves, right? I mean, we're set up in a decent spot for next turn. So I think we're doing all right here, right? We're in a good spot. Might win the prize race since they put out that Pheasantipity. I know my buddy was talking about that earlier. He took Pheasantipity out because he felt like it was just such a liability. Yeah, dude, that new Fez IR is one of the best for sure. Christ, this has happened 3 nights in a row where you get these backward. What the hell are we even playing? Sacred Ash. Yeah, that new Fez is beautiful. My buddy played it in his deck yesterday, actually, so I was like eyeballing it as he was playing his Fez. Yeah, I think for LA, Parker's going to play some type of Dragapult, so he's been playing that for a year now, and again, been really successful. I think especially at the junior level, it's good to keep him consistent. He can play whatever he wants. He's good with a lot of other decks, but oh Christ, this is what I knew was going to happen. So this is what wins him the match, right? We talked about this at row 6. Alright, we know we don't need that. 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 I think if we can keep a boss, we need the boss, a Wondrous Patch. Man, why is this thing counting down on me, bro? I'm going as fast as I can. We don't need any of these. We need the Wondrous Patch. Christ, I can't even go this fast to get there. 1, 2. We don't need the rare candy, and we don't. Jesus Christ, dude! I couldn't even get through them all fast enough, bro. Oh, that was bad. But we should still be fine, right? I think we still haven't used. Oh Christ, we still haven't used our Sacred Ash, so we should be able to get some Pokemon in from. Get some of those cards back into our deck for the turn after this. So let's see what happens with these couple runaway draws. All right, so let's go here. Let's Sacred Ash. We definitely need here. Let's go here. Up to 5, right? So let's see what we need. We just need the Alakazam, right? So we don't need Kadabras. We need the 2 Alakazam. Do we want the Fez just in case for draw, just to make sure we get everything we need? I mean, I think we put some of these in there because we're just going to need. All right, we'll go with that. We're going to need cards maybe for a KO. So, runaway draw. So where are we at here? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So get him here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, done. All right, I think the fact that we're going to come back and get a W here would be pretty freaking huge, right? After that Xeroxix, and the fact that we started off behind, if we get this KO, man, it's strictly because they put that Fez in play, right? But did they have to? I can't remember. They started with it in the active. It's possible they didn't have a choice. Yeah. We'll have the Xeroxix in there. I'm not sure why I took it out, to tell you the truth. I had it in there earlier in the week. I think I was just like dicking around with a few things, and then I dropped Xeroxix but kept in the Eerie, and we definitely don't need the Eerie, right? There's no reason to have that in there. Well, I mean, we definitely have energy left, right? We only have 1 Psychic over there, so we 100% have energy left in the deck. I'd rather top deck it if nothing else. Brr. But let's see. I think we can get most of our cards out, right? So here's 3. That'll be 6. We'll use Fez to get the next 3. So I mean, we probably got the dub here as long as we got an energy sitting around. If our last prize card is the other energy, that's going to suck. All right, luckily we got it. Good dub for us, right? That was GG for sure. Hell yeah, what a win. I'm really surprised we came back on that one. That Xeroxix put us in such a bad spot. What a good win. Hell yeah, chat. Yeah, Slow King's certainly terrible, right? So that's why we have to get Shaman out. Slow King's bad. Again, we found out tonight Mega Starmie terrible. That is such a bad matchup for us. I mean, again, out of our 6 losses, it's 3 or 4 of them are that, which is just crazy. Yeah, bro, GG's for show. Well, look, I'm not putting out the Fizz, right? We saw how bad that can go. We might as well get the Psyduck out there. I mean, we're in an okay spot having the Buddy Buddy Poffins, but we still got to get more. So we got to get more help after that. After this turn for sure. Yeah, I mean, Teal Mask Ogerpon certainly not not anything we're super worried about. I don't know if they have any single prize attackers in this deck, right? Nah, bro. Okay, so is Arboliva damage or damage counters? I can't ever remember which one it is. This could be a tough matchup for sure too. We gotta get Shaman on board, or at least we got a Battle Cage. We're about to find out, man. I was hopeful they weren't running the Arboliva. Okay, well. I mean, this Dawn came in clutch because we got the rare candy for next turn, right? So I think we're looking okay with that. I mean, this certainly isn't the worst turn of all times. I guess we're going to put out the Battle Cage in hopes that it's damage counters and not damage. Yeah, it's damage, so... Yeah, I mean, that's the hardest... God, right? You really wish Shaman was 70 instead of 80. So unfortunately, that Battle Cage is bad being out there, right? Because I should have paid... I wasn't reading the chat. Because now we can't get rid of a... Force of Vitality as easily, so I think we're only running 2 Battle Cage in here. Could be 3. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see this might end fast, right? I mean, that's one thing that's been interesting with this deck in particular is the games can be over super quick, right? And either way, people are conceding after a few turns. Or if we get bench wiped, that can be a huge problem. I'm telling you, that Starmie deck has been just eating us up, which is interesting because I haven't seen Starmie in the last few days at all on here, right? So then I've ran into it 3 times tonight, which seems absolutely wild, right? I got no idea why that's happening. I tried asking that on chat the other night, why nobody was playing it. Alright, no Force of Vitality. So we're still in trouble here, right? Even if we rare candy Alakazam, we need an energy to get out of the well. We don't need an energy to get out of the active. But we got to evolve everything so we don't get K'd out by the Arboliva. I mean, I guess the hopes could be that we get Boss out of here. I don't know. I don't think there's any great turns to this. We'll just kind of have to see how this works out, see what happens. I'm actually glad to see this matchup. One of my buddies is running Arboliva, so it's going to be good to see how Alakazam actually runs with it. Man, we just talked about it in the last game. Do we want to use Fez? But damn, we might have to use Fez if we don't get anything we want, right? Man, this Dunsparce could come in super handy in this matchup, right? Right now it's only doing 120, but this could definitely get us some KOs once they get some more EXs down. What are we doing here? We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's Hilda. Let's go get a Dunsparce. I guess we're in trouble that we don't have. I was hoping we had that enriching energy, right? Gosh dang it. Of course we prize the enriching energy. Why wouldn't we? Huh? That's just how it goes. I think we're going to have to make sure we keep our bench pretty full, and I think part of the reason is we got to make sure that we're able to stay through some board wipes. Again, we need Shaman pretty damn bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 180. Gosh dang it. Well, I don't love this, but this is what we're doing anyways. Okay. This could be all right, because if we can get... Okay, this is what we need, right? Because now we can Pokepad for Shaman. So we're going to be in a decent spot at this point. So I think we're going to be able to get a KO and protect our bench. Where are we at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so we can put this down. 11, 220, right? Bam, knockout. Take that, bro. I'm alright with that turn. That turned out really well, right? We were able to get a bunch off, even though our hand looked like it was total trash. Man, that's what's wild with this Alakazam, right? You can just absolutely get cooking. And realistically, having the Fez out there isn't as terrible as it was in the last matchup for sure. Yeah, so yeah, Zero, we actually had this talk earlier in the stream of how to work around decks that have 3 or 4 of the Rocky fighting energy. And so we actually made some changes. We added in a 3rd enhanced hammer, and then we put in this Dudunsparce to give us an attacker that works its way around people that are blocking Alakazam. I don't know. I don't know if it's fantastic, but it's okay, right? I think it has been successful in Japan. I've seen that several times. So I have seen in Japan with this Dudunsparce line do really well, and some people are actually running even a heavier Dudunsparce EX line. They've got like a 2/2 on it or something. Yeah, right. So Rocket's Articunos just kills us at times, and so again, we talked about that earlier in the stream, that you can go with this Dudunsparce, but you can also go with the other Alakazam. So it's an Alakazam out of Twilight Masquerade, and it does damage instead of damage counters. And so that's been one that people have used in that match. Like, we went with the Dudunsparce EX and instead of, to see how it works out tonight, and we haven't had to use either since we made the change. So yeah, interesting. I mean, we haven't seen Team Rocket's deck yet. We haven't seen Rocky Fighting Energy since we made the change either, so it's hard to really know. Yeah, I mean, I understand that for sure, right? Can you... I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like there's so much consistency right now with that Starmie, at least tonight. I'm just saying tonight because it's been absolutely cooking me. So it seems like they get going so fast. I don't really know why that is. If it's just me, that's possible. It could be just me, bro. It could be they Mega Starmie sees me and they just start cooking. Alright, so I mean, I don't know if we need to take out the Arboliva. I mean, we're probably better off going here or the Fez. I guess we'll go here. Sacred Ash, because I think we need to get some of these back into the deck for sure. I guess we could have waited on that. That's my bad. I should have checked the discard pile first. Not sure how I want to play this. I think we're gonna Dawn so we could just kind of get ready for our next few turns. I guess we need to get another Abra on the bench because I want to just make sure we're set up for later down the line, right? I mean, again, we got really good draw power right now. Interested. I mean, I think we'll take the win here. We'll see what happens. You're saying with the Dunsparce CX being a stage 1? Is that what you're saying? I'm not sure which. Sorry, I'm not sure which Pokemon we were talking about. Yeah, I mean, certainly Team Rocket's Articuno is such a pain in the butt for this deck. Like I said, I think in Japan they've been running the other Alakazam at times. I was hoping we'd get some matchups where we could test them out and find out how we wanted to do that, but we just haven't been able to figure that out. Oh, the Mega Starmie, yeah. So, yeah, my bad. Yeah, so with Mega Starmie with the stage 1, and then they're using that. Is it Salvatore or something like that, where you can just grab him and evolve first turn? So that's happened to me twice tonight, that they've had that in hand. So that happened to me twice, them going first, them going second on their first turn. Okay. Briar, but Arboliva not a Terra, right? Interesting. So yeah, twice them going unfair stamp. Bro, we knew that was coming. Yeah, dude, with Salvatore, bro, like they hit me twice on first turn going second, and then the other time I lost to him, it was they went first and they were evolved on their second turn and knocked out both Abras. So it's like over at that point, right? Any Abra I put on the put down's getting cooked. All right, well, this Dawn's going to come up huge, right? We're going to be able to get the... so here, look, we talked about is Fez good or bad, and now we're going to get 3 from Fez, we're going to get 3 from the Dunsparce, we're going to get 3 from Alakazam. So we got a shot here. Well, let's go battle. Nah, we don't want to use cards we don't need to because we trying to win this thing, right? So this is one thing that's a bummer is we still don't have the enhanced energy or whatever. We still haven't seen it, right? It's still on the discard or in the prizes. That's another card that could have won us this game if we had it. You know, it's kind of a bummer. Again, I'm not super worried. They still got to get 3 prizes. Nah, all right. We'll take the dub. And we still had a whole turn we had to go to get there for sure. Unfair stamp didn't stop us. So we're now 10-6 on the night with Alakazam, and again, half those losses were freaking Starmie. I have to go grab some more water here. I mean, this might have to be the last one. I didn't even realize we passed 1 o'clock, man. Yeah, thanks, man. That was a good game. Get out of here, man. We don't want no Starmie. What would be interesting to see is if we can get into the match we saw earlier, which was like Mega Lucario with a bunch of the Rocky fighting. Um, Even if we see the Team Rockets, I don't want to see it, but be interesting to see how those matchups go. Those are kind of one of the ones I wanted to see tonight, and we just haven't seen them. Be interesting with this Steve's deck. I'm not sure, not 100% sure how that this matchup's going to go. Oh man, that's where I misplayed it because I had the telepathic energy. I didn't even need to. I didn't even need to bench that Abra, huh? That's okay. Let's go here. Here and yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I think I do actually like the Steve's deck. I just haven't run it enough to be any good. Like I'm still struggling to play it like pretty consistent. Oh, bro. So I'm trying to think. Do we need Shaman or Battle Cage? Empoleon is damage, right? Well, we're about to find out. We'll see how it goes. No. I didn't want to. Oh, Christ. Bro, I was trying to use a teleportation attack so we can get out of the active and keep the energy. Damn. My bad, man. Talking too much, not paying attention, right? Bro. This is certainly an inclusion that's cool in the Stevens deck, is that because Petrel's one of your main supporters, you're running the Transceiver. It's pretty dang sick. Oh no, I understand. I understand what you're saying. So, again, that's where it's going to be interesting. You know, we go with the Dunsparce EX in that. I mean, the Dunsparce should be going crazy, right? Because it's 60 per EX. So the Dunsparce would be pretty dang good within this for sure. Unfortunately, that misplay is going to probably cost me. Yeah, dude, I am getting a little tired, bro. Man, I don't think it matters right now. We're just gonna have to see how this runs. So we got to run into a rare candy, and I'll certainly take a supporter card too. Not that supporter card though. Come on, TCG, let's go, bro. Yeah, so I say that the Dunsparce is going to be a great attacker. Well, I need to have a Dunsparce on the bench, right? Don't do me no good if I don't have one. Nah. Where are them rare candies at, bro? Rare candy. Well, I guess this is our option, man. We don't got a whole bunch else going right now. Let's go here, and then... Oh, dude, but we prized that to Dunsparce EX, too. That's such a bummer. When we got a plan and then it doesn't work. Yeah, and then I guess... Go here and pass. Not great. Not good, man. That was not great. Gosh, it's such a frustrating thing, right? When we have a plan, but we just can't get to it because of the pricing. I mean, I think that's one of the things that makes Pokemon so much different than some of the other card games for sure, right? Is that having the prizes can make or break what happens. The other thing I've been hearing that I think is really interesting is, should Pokemon allow us to look at our prizes instead of making us go through our whole deck, to speed up gameplay, right? So because we have to go through and we have to count, like do a deck search and figure out what our prizes are, would it be better if Pokemon just on your first turn or something, if you can check your deck, then you're able to look at your prizes? I don't have any answer to that. I think this is about over, man. We got 0 to no chances of getting back into this thing, I don't think. Let's go here. Are we gonna be able to get high enough to take a KO? Is he taking less? No. Yeah, rest in peace, bro. That for sure. For sure, bro. I mean, I guess we can boss up the Pimple and take it out, but I don't think that's the right play. We got going over here. I mean, at least we made it through that judge pretty dang easy. However, I would have rather not had to go through this. It would have been way better if we had that boss. At this point, we got to hope that we can get that to Dunsparce out of the prizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we got a great answer. I'm sure they're gonna, they're just gonna get this Metagross out of the way here, but that's whatever. Man, did I forget to? I fezzed last turn, right? Yeah, so we flipped the script. Still didn't get away to. Still only got to 260. So I guess on this next one we can at least boss around Empoleon, right? And again, we got to hope that when we take a KO that we're gonna get that to Dunsparce. Again, I'm still unsure if it's going to make a difference the way this started out, but we'll play it through here a little bit and see what happens. Again, I've played this Stevens deck multiple times, and it's never gone this well. Like, I feel like I brick every time. It takes forever to get to what I want. Alright, well... I'm gonna land his aid so we can get all these Kadabras and Abras back. So let's go here. Come on. Let's get it. Well, I guess let's hope we hit that. We hit into our the Dunsparce EX, right? Because that's our only way around Empoleon. Which one we think? Is it 5-6, 3-4, 1-2? 5-6 it is. Let's see. Oh, bro! Look at that. That was a dub. Even though we're not going to get we may not get the dub. At least that was a win. I mean, so what is the Dunsparce? 270. Kind of gonna be interesting, I think, how this plays through. I mean, I guess if they take a knockout and then they can boss up that Fez still, that's certainly a worry. Well, we talked about this early on, right? Is this the Dunsparce inclusion good or bad? I mean, that seems good right now, but I still don't think we're going to get the W. But I guess we'll go here. Here. All right, let's see how this plays out. I mean, this could turn out great if they can't get rid of this thing, right? 240. Wait, I'm confused here. 60 per 5. Okay. So they're taking 60 less. Man, we didn't have the knockout even if we... Oh, Christ, man. I gotta... Well, we figured that out. That wasn't a win. God dang Empoleon. Like we talked about, that we knew that was going to be a problem, and it was. Interesting for sure. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off. Getting pretty late, but thank you so much for jumping on with us. Again, had a good time testing Alakazam out tonight. And if you haven't, please go subscribe. We're just past 1,000. We're super excited about that. And then watch some of our other content. Let me know how things are. I love getting some constructive feedback to know what we need to change and what other things you'd like to see. So, yeah, so again, thank you guys for watching. You know, our normal sign off is have a Poketastic day. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, have a good one.